They told me room 313 never existed, but I stayed there last night, and now no one remembers me. After a long, rainy drive through the countryside, Daniel pulled into a worn-out roadside hotel just before midnight. The vacancy sign buzzed weakly above the door. Inside, the lobby was dim and smelled of dust and damp wood. An elderly man sat behind the desk, his face pale and unreadable. "I need a room for the night," Daniel said. The man hesitated, like he was calculating something. Then he reached under the counter and handed Daniel a heavy, old-fashioned key. "Room 313, he said, then added quietly, "Keep your door locked, no matter what." Daniel raised an eyebrow. "Why?" But the man was already staring past him, as if someone or something stood just behind his shoulder. Room 313 was strangely pristine. Unlike the rest of the hotel, it looked newly renovated. The wallpaper was clean, the bed neatly made, and a faint scent of roses lingered in the air. But something about the silence felt heavy, unnatural. At 2:13 a.m., Daniel was jolted awake by footsteps. Slow, deliberate. They stopped right outside his door. Then came 3 soft knocks. He held his breath, slid quietly off the bed, and peered through the peephole. No one was there. A second later, the TV blared to life on its own, static flooding the room. Daniel rushed to turn it off, but not before he saw something flash on the screen. A woman's face, pale, eyes wide, her lips sewn shut with black thread. He turned around just in time to see the door creak open. Nothing stood there. He slammed it shut and bolted it. His hands were shaking. As he backed away, he noticed something carved above the doorknob, rough and shallow. "You're not alone in here." The next morning, shaken and sleep-deprived, Daniel stormed down to the front desk. A woman now sat where the old man had been. "I was in room 313, he said. "Something's wrong with that room." She frowned. "I'm sorry, sir. We don't have a room 313. Confused, he dragged her to the hallway, but where his door had been was only a blank, bricked-up wall between rooms 312 and 314. "It was here," he insisted, panic rising in his voice. "I think you should leave," the woman said cautiously. "You're not listed in our guest records. Are you sure you even stayed here?" Daniel pulled out his wallet. His ID looked wrong. His name was misspelled, the photo blurred like a corrupted file. His phone, too completely wiped. No messages, no photos, and in the reflection of his black screen for just a second, his eyes weren't his own. Daniel fled the hotel, only to find the world outside different. The street was empty. The air was too still. The sky hung gray and motionless. Then he saw the old man again, standing beneath the hotel's sign. "You shouldn't have gone into that room," the man said. "Who is she?" Daniel shouted. The old man didn't answer. He just handed him a folded newspaper clipping, yellowed and brittle with age. It was a headline: "Man found dead in abandoned hotel room, room 313, scene of ritual suicide." Daniel opened the article. The photo beneath the headline was his own face, lifeless, pale, mouth wide in a frozen scream. Back inside the hotel lobby, a new guest arrived, rain dripping from his coat. The woman behind the counter smiled and handed him a key. "Room 313, she said warmly. "Let us know if you hear knocking." She paused, then leaned in slightly. "But whatever you do, don't open the door." "Knock, knock, knock," a whisper from nowhere. "Too late."